There's a story I've heard 1,000 times. We live in a world obsessed with speed, fast result, instant result, overnight success. But the reality is, we don't get to grow because we move fast. We don't get that real success because we move faster. And I want to talk about something counterintuitive today. It is okay for you to move slow as long as you are moving in the right direction, as long as you are moving forward. And here is something that so many people don't understand. Because you are moving slow, that doesn't mean you are lazy. Because you are moving slow, that doesn't mean you are going to make it the wrong way. Because you are moving slow, that doesn't mean you are not going to succeed. You are not going to have that success. The truth is, while you're moving slow, it shows that you are deliberate about every step that you're taking. You are making sure that your actions are put in place and you are moving forward. As long as you are moving forward, you are taking the right steps. As long as you are seeing improvement, you are moving in the right direction. I need you to ask yourself this. Are you moving faster because you are seeing progress, because you are seeing the result, or you're moving faster because someone asked you to do that? Is it because of pressure? Is it because so many people are dependent on you, and that is the reason why you're moving faster? You will realize that there are so many times when we try to do something very fast, and at the end, realize that we are missing a point. Today, I want to highlight that. I want to make sure by the end of this episode, you get the value of doing it slowly and moving forward. Now, here's the problem I have with speed. We have been sold the idea that the faster you go, the more successful you become. But that is not true. When you start rushing into something, when you just start trying to get that overnight success, you realize that the results are either stress, noise, the quality is very poor. That is the biggest mistake that I had to learn the hard way. I came to realize that there was a point in my life where I just wanted fast projects to just get in, get it done, and then leave. But the result were lack of knowledge. I didn't really get the lessons. And the quality was not really that good. In that scenario, I came to realize that if you start chasing just the money, the paycheck in your role, you don't only lose your growth, but you also lose the value, the quality that you give as the end product. And you are not going to pay the price now, you pay in the future. What I'm saying in essence is, if you concentrate on the paycheck, you will not only lose your growth, but you will also pay in future. I don't have a problem working so fast in a project, but I have a problem when it comes to not delivering the right quality. And you need to have that mindset shift. Here is what I recommend. You should rather move slowly, but move forward. What this means is, you should be deliberate about every step that you take. You should check the directions in which you are taking before you accelerate. It's very important that you analyze each and every step of these things. Move slowly, but you should move forward. So many people make these mistakes of, I want to get it done. I want to make sure that I get it done. And they end up falling somewhere. You want to accommodate everything. You want to go to the university. You want to study this skill. And at the end, you don't master anything. Why someone who concentrates on getting one skill, mastering it, and applying it, that person becomes more competent. That person becomes more valuable. And we live in a world where when you hear that someone is succeeding in this, you want to go and start that. When you reach there, the same results. What you started here and you could not finish, you're going to leave the other thing and start moving to the next job or to the next hustle. That is what is killing so many people today. You need to move slow but forward. You need to make sure that every action at what you do has an accelerator. And here's the mindset shift that I recommend to everyone. You need to ask yourself, how can I move from this place of wanting that instant result, that urge of just wanting it at a faster rate, to a place of steadiness? Steadiness in my consistency, steadiness in the value that I get. You need to change your mindset from that. You need to be in a situation where you don't just deliver quantity, but you start making sure that the quality comes in. You need to move yourself from that position of comparison, comparing with others, to a point of alignment. Does this align with my goals? Does this align with my value? The system that I've built, there should be alignment in it. And here is the reality. I don't see moving slow and moving forward as a weakness. I see that as wisdom, because that is what makes the difference between chaos and clarity. Once clarity comes in, nothing else matters as long as you are moving forward. You don't have to start comparing your day one with another person's day 30 of success. That person has been doing work. That person has been slow and patient enough to get to that level. What I have to make you understand is this. You need to be in a place of having checkpoints, right? You need to know that, oh, at this point, my energy doesn't matches with this. Let me not waste my energy there. You need to be at a point where you reflect. What is it that is working? What is it that is not working? What is it that I can change? What is it that I can improve? That is what makes the difference. That is what makes you stronger. That is what makes you successful. It's not wanting instant result. It's not wanting overnight success. It's not moving at a faster speed that makes you become successful. You need to be patient. I hope no one is listening, but if you are, I need you to take this lesson. Speed is not a measure of success, but intention and direction are. If anything I've shared with you today resonated, if it sparked a thought, a question, or even just a feeling, I need you to do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button. And my promise to you, alongside with my team, is simple: to consistently bring you real, honest, and valuable content that helps you figure out project management, leadership, one conversation at a time. Thank you for being here.